Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? Today is such an exciting day. So much is going on. It is the day of the new annual catalog. It's always amazing when we get a new annual catalog. I absolutely just love it. And there's always so many great products. I can't wait to get my hands on them. It's just always so much fun. And I hope that those of you who purchase from me have received your catalogs and that you will make some purchases too, because there's some really great things. Get your hands on them quickly, as things will sell out. Always in the very beginning, things sell out right away because people get excited, and I want to make sure that you get what you want from the catalog, especially your very favorites right away. So if you don't know, we have a new Stampin' Reward program, and you have to opt in to get it. So if you're one of my customers and you have not opted in to the Stampin' Reward program, please do so. Because I want you to earn back 10% of everything that you purchased for future purchases. So it's a really great way to start banking. It adds up real quick, and it doesn't seem like it's that much, but it actually does add up quite quickly. I've been using the program now for a little while, and I had to purchase all my pre-order stuff with it, and it definitely adds up. So add the reward program so that you can get your free stuff. So let's talk about Inky Hands Crew a little bit. So my crew is my membership group, and I provide 6 projects every month, usually with a stamp set or bundle. And you get all 6 of them in a newsletter that comes to your inbox, and it's usually the last Friday of the month. I'm also going to do 2 other inbox newsletters monthly, one for a color challenge, one for a sketch challenge. And if you're not part of the Facebook group, let me know so that you can post your challenges in there. And I do send out random participation thank yous or whatever. I mail them to you. And anyway, it's a really fun group of people. It is like my core people. I try out new things with them. I showcase new things that I learn with them because they're my big supporters. So it's $7.99 a month. You can cancel after 1 month if you don't like it, but it is really the price of a cup of coffee. So if you drink Starbucks, 1 less Starbucks a month, and you have this 6 project class monthly from me. It is really a great time, and my crew are the funnest people, and I'm sure that they're telling you right now in the chat what they love about crew. So guys, give them one thing that you love about crew. That would be great. Card Fiesta. We're gonna have some changes, I think, to some of these dates here, but I'm gonna mark the ones I know right now. The 17th is going to be on the 24th instead. I need to update this graphic and reprint it. And then the 7th, I can't do either. So the 7th will probably become probably just the 21st. I don't think I'll be able to squeeze in. I don't know if we want to do it 2 weeks in a row, but it's possible we may do the 14th and the 21st, but for right now, just the 21st. I think everything else looks good. My daughter is graduating on May 17th, and so we have that going on that day, so I cannot do that one. And the June 7th is a Stampin' Up event I have to go to, so I cannot do that one either. You try and plan way ahead, but then things come and you have to adjust. So those are the adjustments for right now. What Card Fiesta is, it's a local group of women that like to make cards. It's really very casual. You can come and make 1 card. You can come make 10 cards. It's really your choice. You pay by the card. I do group in groups of 3 at a cheaper price. And we eat Mexican food. So it's a really fun time. And the restaurant that we have it in is so gracious to us, and they're really great. and you will have a fantastic time. All the women that come are amazing. So if you're in the Virginia Beach area, either in Moyock, North Carolina, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Hampton, Newport News, Norfolk, come and join us. We have a good time. All right, and I wanted to talk to you about joining Stampin' Up! Today. I am looking for a few demonstrators on my team, and I would love it if you would make the choice to be a demonstrator. Now, you do not have to demonstrate. I know the name is kind of like scary. Okay, I don't want to demonstrate cards. You don't have to. You can be a preferred shopper and purchase from yourself at a discount. You just have to keep your minimums to stay active. But basically, if you joined in May, let's see, if you joined in May, we have until the 31st for this offer. I'm going to show you the offer in a minute. But if you joined in May, you have until the end of your very first quarter to make your minimums. That would be July, August. You would have until the end of September to make, actually, and then you would have an extra month. So you would have till the end of October to make your minimums. So you could literally get the discount until October if you didn't, if you didn't make your full total. So I would love to talk to you about it. If you have even a hint of what is that? No pressure. I'm not going to pressure you to join, but I would love to give you more information. So just reach out to me at Kelly, Kelli, at inkyhandswarmhearts.com. Again, no pressure. Just let me know that you would like a little bit more information. I'll go more into detail, but I didn't want to go into big detail. But the way that it works is for the month of May, you will get $165 worth of products for $99. Stampin' Up! Will pay your shipping. All you have to pay is your local state tax and $99. You can pick anything you want up to $165 from the catalog. And you will start getting a 20% discount on your very first order after this kit. So it is such an awesome deal. $165 worth of stuff for $99. Like, what? It's almost double. So I hope that you will choose to join my team. And if you're even thinking about it, just reach out and I'd be happy to give you all the details, answer all your questions. My team is amazing. Some of the ladies in this chat are on my team, and we have such a great stamping community, such a great group of women. And we get together once a month and we do a little bit of stamping together, a little talking, a little fun. And it really is a great group of ladies. So join us. Ladies, tell them to join us. Okay. Mountain Majesties is our next paper pumpkin kit. You have until Saturday to sign up, and then a new kit will be available starting Sunday. So if you're interested in an outdoorsy mountain landscape kit, this is the kit for you. I know that it's being marketed as like a guy's kit, but it is not just a guy's kit. Ladies like outdoors stuff too, do we not? And it is stunning. It is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with coordinating envelopes. You're going to get pre-cut vellum pieces, watercolored card bases, and coordinating envelopes. So that in itself is pretty cool. You're also going to get a stamp set in there, and you will love it. So try it for a month, see what you think. You can go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com, click on Paper Pumpkin under Shop, and you can sign up and get yourself a kit. Oh, Siri's deciding to talk to me about Paper Pumpkin, but I don't need Siri's help. Okay, so that is the Paper Pumpkin kit, and we also have an add-on for the months of May, June, and April, May, and June, and you can still purchase it in the store. It's item number 166238, and if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can go there and purchase this add-on, but you have to be a subscriber in order to get the add-on. All right, let's talk about kits collection because we have 2 new kits this month, and I want to talk to you about them. We have the Share a Smile kit, which is a really cute kit. This is a really great kit to give to a wait staff, put their tip inside of it because they're smaller cards. You get 8 cards, you get 1 each of 8 designs for $14. Super adorable. And it will put a smile on somebody's face. Hang in there, you matter, you make me smile, have a great day. They're great size to have in your purse. If you see somebody while you're out, a cashier that maybe needs a smile or something like that, you can absolutely, you know, give them a smile. Why wouldn't you? All right, so that's that kit, and it's non-stamping, so it will go together real quick. Then we have our stamping kit, which is the beautiful blues. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. Anybody who loves blue, get it today, because I have a feeling it's going to sell out. It's so, like, the artwork is so beautiful on it. It's 9 cards, 3 each, 3 designs, so you get 3 of each of those designs, and it's $23. Item number 165658, and it is available starting today, so go get it. All right, family game night. Oh, I keep calling it family game night, but it's just game night. Sorry. We're playing Lucky Number, and registration is open. I will put it in the chat, so if you're in the chat, you can see it there and grab it. It's the last Thursday night of the month, except for this month, the last Thursday night is very close to Memorial Weekend, so I decided to do it on the 22nd. So this month of May, it's on the 22nd. You have until the 22nd, right before I call the first number, to register. So don't wait though, because it costs a little bit more at the last minute because I have to process it through a payment processor, and it's just a little bit more expensive. So sign up now. I will put the registration in the chat. Go there and see what's available. We're using the Bistro Burger set, so when it sells out, it is on the last chance list. When it sells out, that's it. It's gone. I will not be able to sell anymore. So this month is kind of crucial because I chose something from last chance, but I just thought it would be a really great set. I wanted to showcase it because I feel like it didn't get enough love in the annual catalog last year, and so we're doing this fun game night, so join us. And if you need more questions about what's lucky number, how do I play, all that good stuff, send me an email at Kelly, Kelli, at inkyhandswarmhearts.com. I'd be happy to talk to you about any questions on anything that you have. I am part of a design team called Creativity Abounds, and we do tutorial bundles. This is one of the pictures of the sneak peeks of one of our tutorial bundles. Really, really beautiful projects. We have former artisans and current artisans on our team. It is a stunning display of product and really cute projects. So they're in my store. You would go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com and you would click on tutorial PDFs and retired product store, and in there you will find all of them. Every year we do 2 fun folds. We do an anything but a card. We do masculine cards. We do, I think, Christmas in July. I mean, we do so many great things. I also have my paper piecing patterns, so if you're a holiday freak and you want to get a jump on Halloween or Easter for next year, feel free to do that. All right, so annual catalog. I need to talk to you guys a little bit about that. I know it's a lot of announcements, but it's a big day. First of all, one thing I wanted to tell you that I forgot to say is that our website now has a thing that notifies you when products are coming back in stock. So if you, for instance, go in there and you choose to purchase a product and it's not available for whatever reason, it's out of stock, you can tell them to notify you when the item is back. So the way that it works is you get, if a product's unavailable, a box is going to appear above the product detail where you can request an email notification when it returns. And the feature is available to customers, and even if you're a guest and you don't want to have an account and you always buy as a guest, if you're logged in as a customer, your email address will automatically populate, but you will have to actually add it if you're as a guest. And after your preferred email address is entered, you're going to check the box to agree to receive notification email and then click notify me, and you will receive a confirmation email that includes the item number and the name of the product you signed up to be notified about. And then if you change your mind, you can click the unsubscribe button in the confirmation email at any time, and it will unsubscribe you from that product. So when it becomes available, you'll get a single email notifying you that it's back in stock, and the email will include the item number, name, and the image of the product. And if the product sells out again, you'll need to sign up again to be notified when it returns. And so this new feature should make shopping even more convenient for you guys. So I definitely wanted to share about that. So with the new catalog, we have new in colors. And I'm going to go to that page to show you those real quick, because now I'm allowed to show the inside of the catalog. Super exciting. All right, where is the page with the... Okay, so here's our color collections and our in colors, okay? We have 5 new in colors. We have Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Cloud Cover, and Secret Sea. Now, I have a little bit of information about Cloud Cover. Cloud Cover was, it still is, a beautiful color. It's a bluey gray paper, and it is stunning. The ink pad that we have are foam ink pads, and the foam is made with chemicals. Well, not chemicals, but it's like a chemical reaction to make foam. It's like a man-made material is what I mean. And the ink is also man-made. In a lab. And so what happens is there's a reaction to the pad and the foam. So we will not be selling a full-size Cloud Cover this year, but you can purchase it in a variety of ways, okay? So what your option is, is because the Cloud Cover ink formula performs well before it's added to the foam pad, you have a couple options. You can purchase the spot assortment, which is on page 33 of the new catalog. Let me show you that. So Cloud Cover is located here, and it's in a spot size, so you can purchase that spot assortment. We will not sell it separately, so it's only available in the assortment, and you can purchase that assortment, and then you will have your Cloud Cover spot. You can also purchase uninked spots. Those are also available. Their order number is 141822. And you can purchase uninked spots and a reinker from this page, which is called an ink refill. And you can purchase that, and you can ink up your own spot if you want just one spot. But the uninked spots come, I think, in 5 packs as well. And you would have to ink them all with whatever colors. So let's say you wanted an entire collection of the ink colors and the spots. That would be fine. You could go ahead and do that, and you would have your Cloud Cover. We also have the Stampin' Up marker, which is available, and I believe that is not on this page. I have to figure out where that is. I don't remember. I should have marked it. Is it back here? Okay, let me see. Ink, coloring, markers. Oh, I don't think it's in the catalog. I think all of our marker assortments are online exclusive. So you can purchase the Cloud Cover Stampin' Up marker, which is available in the 25 to 27 in color Stampin' Up marker collection. The order number for that is 165292. So those work especially well with clink stamps. They also work with photopolymer. You just have to make sure your photopolymers have that shine removed. You know how I show you when I stamp that I rub them to remove that kind of sheen? As long as you have that, the Cloud Cover will work also for that. Or you can still buy the refill and do lots of techniques, but we will not have a full-size pad in the Cloud Cover. So that is your option. You can purchase this assortment, you can purchase the refill and uninked spots, or you can purchase the markers. or you can just purchase refills and watercolor with the color, but you won't be able to stamp the color out, if that makes sense. So we're really sorry about that, but I think that those solutions are good ones. Spots are great. They work perfect. They're felt. That's why there's not a reaction. It's a felt pad, but our pads are foam and they're not felt. And so therefore we cannot put them in those pads. I think that's it. So the in color assortment of pads is not going to be available. I think it lists it right down here. So this one is not going to be available because you cannot get the 5 in the full size. So this number, if you want to correct it on your catalog, this 165620 is not going to be available because if we don't have this large size, we're not going to sell it. So you can only purchase these in colors individually, one at a time. Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, and Secret Sea are available to purchase individually. There's no plans to create a 4-pad bundle, so it will not appear in the online store, even though it's listed in the catalog. And the catalog online digital copies will be corrected at some point. But all other in-color collections, including 8.5 by 11 paper is available. The 6 by 6 paper stack is available. So not all is lost. And I know that that was a lot of information, but I really felt like it was stuff you needed to hear. And I wanted to keep you in the know about what's happening with all of these things. So sometimes I do go on a little long, but you can always watch the video on the replay and not live, and then fast forward through all of this talk if you're not interested in hearing about those things. Okay? All right. Excuse me. I didn't know if I was going to be able to stop that from happening. Let me take a sip of water. Apparently, I'm not. It just was a lot of talking, I think. Okay, so this is our card that we are going to be making today. Super exciting. I love it. I think it's really, really beautiful. And this is a new online exclusive set. It's called Impressions Abloom. I was able to get it for an after hours at convention. We were able to get the bundle, but it's part of a suite, so it has lots of products. So you have the stamp set, you have the dies, which are stunning. Look at these beautiful dies. The suite also has an embossing folder, which I used on the card right here and on the freesia. So I used in 2 spots. And then it has this gorgeous pink embellishments. Aren't they so pretty? They're called Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. So, and there's designer series paper, which is also gorgeous. And the backs and fronts, let me pull this down so I can show you a little better. All right, so there's the back, there's the front, there's the back, there's the front, there's the back, there's the front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous papers. I used one of the patterns in today's project. And this is the back of it, and this is the front that's in the back here. So I used just one sheet, and this card is so fun to make. The only thing I used that wasn't part of the suite was, sorry guys. So much talking. My Blooming Phrases. This is available. I'm not sure if it's in the new catalog or if it's an online exclusive. I think it's an online exclusive also. Yes, I believe it is an online exclusive also, but I really love the little tails because you can turn it into a flower and they give you some leaves. It's really cute. I used the hello from the Hello There. I used Just Hello, and I thought it went really, really well with this, and it's been embossed with our white embossing powder and Versamark ink. So let's go ahead and get started, and I am going to show you how to make, oh, the other part of that suite I forgot to show you, sorry, I'm like dumping everything everywhere, are these gold tags. They're called Foiled Frames and Labels Ephemera Pack. It's also part of this suite right here that has this stuff and the paper, okay? All right, let's see, where are we at now? Let's start making our card because it's a really good one. You're gonna love it. So we're gonna start with 2 pieces of cardstock, but we cut them from 1 piece of 8.5 by 11. So I'm gonna share the dimensions and all that good stuff, and then I'm gonna tell you how I cut it. So I went ahead and cut mine ahead of time. Surprise, surprise. But this and this is 8.5 inches right here by 11 inches. Let me put this one on the top. Okay, let's do it this way. All right, so pretend this whole sheet is complete. This is the only part that you don't use from a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11, okay? So this is basic white. And pretend it's whole and that you don't see that missing piece. So you're gonna cut a piece that is 3 inches. Oh, sorry, I did cut a tiny smidge off of here, lied. Rewind. Let's start over. 8.5 by 11 piece. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut down the 5.5 inch mark on the short side so that you have a 5.5 inch piece and a 3 inch piece. Okay. So 3 and 5.5 is 8.5 inches. Okay. The one that is the larger, the 5.5, you're going to cut it at 9.5. So you're going to get rid of that 11 inch bottom section, which would be 1.5 inches off the bottom of this. And that is our base, okay? This is our accordion for the middle, this 3 inch piece. So this is 3 by 10 5/8. And yes, it has to be 10 5/8 so that it fits perfectly 5 pieces in there. So it is 10 5/8, and this is for the accordion. So I'm gonna show you how to score them. Let me move that to the corner for right now. Let me get all of my wires out of the way because I can't even access my trash can. All right, so we're gonna score so the card base is going to be scored in 2 places from each end, okay? It's going to be scored at 1/2 inch. That's easy. And then 2 5/8. So you're going to go to 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 5/8. Then you're going to rotate it around and do the same thing. 1/2 inch. And then 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. All right, so that's it for this piece. I know it's hard to see on white, but the lines are there. Now, the 3 inch piece is scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4 from each end. So 2 and then 1 tick. And 4 1/4, and then flip it around, and then 2 1/8, and then 4 1/4. So now you have all your score marks in place for your card, okay? So I'm gonna flip it to the raised lines, okay? And I'm gonna lay it down in front of me. And what we're going to do is on the 1/2 inch mark, we're going to come in on this side, 1 1/4 inches. Where's my pencil? My pencil is missing. I think I have it. Oh, here it is. I see it. So 1 1/4 inches, and I'm going to do the tick right past the 1/4 inch, okay? So there's the little tiny one that's there. Okay, so we're gonna 1 1/4 inch, which is right here, and then go 1 more tick mark. And I'm just gonna mark a little spot like that. And then I'm gonna do the same here. I'm gonna go to 1 1/4, and the little tick mark past it is right on the edge of this card, and I'm gonna mark right here. Okay, And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to spin it around 1 1/4 inches and 1 little tick mark. 1. And it doesn't matter if this is not exactly precise, it's close enough, and that's going to get you just fine. And I'll explain why later, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so there's your marks, okay? So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our scissor, and at that little tick mark, okay, I am going to slice straight across to that first score line. And I'm going to do the same thing here, straight across to that score line, okay? They're both done. The other side, same thing. From that tick mark that I made, straight across to that score line, and straight across from the tick mark to the score line, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this in, and I'm gonna burnish. And when you burnish, you wanna push inward on a gatefold card, okay? So push in, because you want these two corners to meet, okay? So let's do this one again. So when you bring it in, remember, don't push out, push in on your score mark, okay? So now we have these two pieces and these extra little overlapping pieces, but these score lines are gonna meet. I'm gonna show you. So this one here, we're gonna fold it inward, okay? And we're gonna fold this one inward on the same score line. And then these here, we can get rid of, okay? So we have to burnish this little section. So burnish towards the score line this time, towards the score line. And this one also, I just pushed it down, but now I'm gonna burnish it towards the score line so I get a nice crisp mark. All right, and now all I'm gonna do is bring in my little guillotine cutter. And I'm gonna lay this right along this blade here, right along, let me hold it up so you guys can see, right along this blade right here. So I'm gonna butt it up against the top, right along this blade, and when I can't see the blade anymore, that means that it's just barely over the line, and I'm just gonna bring this down, and I'm gonna trim that right along that space. And I just wanna make sure that I got it good. I did. Everything is good. All right, so there's the first one, and I kept this piece, okay? Flip it around, do the same thing. Bring it right to the edge. You could do this on your paper trimmer also, if you don't want to do it on a guillotine, but I think a guillotine gives you a much sharper cut. So then we're gonna come here, and I think I need to move it out a smidge. I don't think I had it far enough out. Yeah, there we go. This one. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So now we have a card base with 2 tabs. These you can discard, okay? So that leaves us with a card base that has the 2 tabs on either side. All right. So now what you want to do is bend them this way and out of the way, and this way and out of the way, and just make sure that your gatefold meets in the middle. And if it doesn't, now's the time we can fix it before we glue anything down. So just make sure that it is perfectly to the center. And if you need to burnish again, just burnish once you have it joined. All right, so now we have these little like pieces here. Don't worry about them for right now. We're gonna do a little gluing, okay? We're going to adhere these panels, which are 2, they're both the same size. I had 2 for the inside and 2 for the outside. So I took this gorgeous paper, and I wanted this pattern on the outside of my gatefold, okay? And then on the inside, I decided to use the embossing folder, which is super beautiful. And what I did was I laid this piece along this bottom section, because it fits. You can see here's the guide. And I put it in here and I embossed that. I did both of them the same way, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn them like this so that they're both facing the outer area. And those will get glued to the inside. And then we have a 4-inch piece by 5 1/4 of this pattern that's going to be glued on the inside. So right now I'm going to glue these outside panels. So let's move this out of the way. Grab my silicone mat and my glue and get started. Hopefully I didn't make the cutting of this too confusing. I think I did okay. Sometimes I get nervous because it's not a hard card, but sometimes I think I over-explain and it might be too much, but hopefully I did okay. So on these pieces, you're gonna put your glue on the floral because you want the B side. A side gets glue, B side. And they're gonna go on the outside, so you have to close your gatefold to attach your 2 pieces, and you're gonna have a nice little 1/8 of an inch all the way around. All right, second side. All right, now we're going to glue the 2 pieces on the inside. So you want to put the glue on the indented side, the side that has the indents. And whenever you're gluing an embossed piece that has a lot of lines like this one, you want to use your little mini roller. So I hope you guys have purchased that mini roller because it really helps. So we're going to put this one. Again, you can see it's the same border all the way around. But that mini roller really helps to get your glue squished into all those nooks and crannies and gives you a nice solid backing. Again, make sure that you have the indented side that you're putting your glue on. Make sure it's in place. I push it with my fingers first. And then my roller will get everything nice and flat for me. All right, now we're gonna do the inside panel, which is the 4 by 5 1/4. So see, once you've cut that main piece, and it's just a small tab, the reason, I'll explain in a minute, but the reason that you want to go in that extra little tick past the 1 1/4, you don't have to. If you don't want to, you could just go 1 1/4. But the reason that I did that is I didn't want the tab to show at all, and I didn't want to have to worry about cutting it afterwards if it did show a little bit. So I cut that little extra, which makes these tabs just slightly shorter than my piece, you see? Because this is going to come across and it's going to get attached to these tabs. So that's why I did that little tiny extra tick mark. Trust me, I don't make you guys do stuff you don't need to do. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Okay. We have our outside gatefold and our inside. Isn't it pretty? Okay, now we're gonna do the accordion panel. So move that to the side. All right, so the accordion panel is gonna go like this. The first one is gonna get burnished to the back, like that, okay? And that forms this. The next one is gonna get to the front, okay? And then that one's gonna sit there. And then this one's also gonna come to the front. So there's that one. And then this one is gonna go to the back. So just make sure that all of your panels line up. If you need to re-burnish once you have them in place, but this is what they're gonna do. You want that, okay? Not hard. We got it. We got this. Let's decorate this middle panel. So for that middle panel, I'm going to use strawberry slush. which is one of our new colors, and I forgot to put this. I haven't done much to it. I just actually opened it. But we have, I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna put the name color here so I know what I'm talking about. This one's the Strawberry Slush. And then the solid one gets put right in here, so that when you have more than one ink pad open, you kind of know which one's which. Well, first I have to get it in there. Okay. Behave yourself. Of course I'm on camera, so it's like wanting to be static. It wants to be staticky and not lay properly. Ugh, guys. Just tell me I'm not the only one that this happens to. All right, so there's that. So then I use my bone folder, and then I like to put one on this side. So I grab another sticker from the back. This one will say Strawberry Slush also. So you have two that say Strawberry Slush, and the other ones are in other languages. And I like to put it on this side here. Okay. So we're going to use this color. I got to find my stamp. What have I done with it? Is it hiding? Yes. Here's my words. Had it hiding in the corner. So I went ahead and mounted thanks, and then for being there. So this one and this one, I mounted them on the same block. So I'm going to put that right in the center. I'm actually going to bring this down so I can see a little better. Make sure I'm straight. Thanks for being there. Isn't that pretty color? Oh, I love it. All right, and then we're going to do our flowers. So I'm just going to put it on here, and then I will erase it. So we're going to stamp off. So I do have a scrap piece that I did some stamping off on. So we're going to do that again. We're going to ink that up in Strawberry Slush and stamp off. And then we're going to stamp it in this corner here, kind of off a little bit. All right, and do it again. Stamp it off, and all the rest is full strength. We're going to stamp that one in this corner. Oh, I don't know what happened. I have to try that again. Let's see if I can line it up. I don't know. We'll see if I'm magical. Sometimes I'm not magical. I don't know what happened that time. Let's try that again. All right, much better. All right, so that's our stamped off pieces. And now we're going to use so these come with a solid and a detailed. So the solid I stamped off, and the detail I'm going to add the Strawberry Slush color. Of course, I have to line it up. I have to find the right piece. I think this one goes like this. Like this. No. Oh, Lord. I think it's this way. Let's do it. All right, there's that one. And let's try it again. I just have to figure out which one goes which way. I think it's this way. All right, and I gotta clean my board before I get pink on everything. I do have a baby wipe over here. Or I thought I did. I must have thrown that one away. So we'll clean that off. All right. I always have baby wipes in the drawer next to me, so doesn't take but a minute to clean that. Let's clean our stamp. All right, and we're gonna do our circle, okay? So our circles are also stamped off. So I'm gonna just get this corner here and stamp off, and do the center of this flower, and circle, stamp off, oops, and the center of that flower. Okay, so now they're completed. that's all that stamping that we're gonna do. Now we're gonna do some blending and do some fun stuff. So I'm gonna leave the strawberry slush open. Let's get my stamps out of the way. We're going to do blending in strawberry slush. So I have some pieces that I've die cut. I'll show you those first. Put that right there. All right, so where's the dies? Here they are. All right, so this is the large flower. I did both dies so that I could get that really pretty inside. And then this flower, I did both of them as well so that I could also get that really pretty inside. So you need 2 white and 1 large, well, medium. Then I did the same thing in strawberry slush colored. Okay, so you need those 4 flowers. And then they have these 2 little pack sets of 3. So you're gonna need both of those. So I have 6 of those babies. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 3 of the leaves. So 1, 2, and 3. And that's this leaf here that has all of them attached. You have these where you can do separate. And this is actually another flower right here, but I didn't use it today. And then I did centers. So I did a large, which is the outline, not this inner piece, the outline of white and strawberry slush. And then this piece here, I did a strawberry slush one and a white one. And then with this little one, I thought I had another one of these. I'm supposed to have another one, but I don't know where it is. It's still in the bag. Ta-da! All right. These 2 are with the smaller outlined circle, and these 2 are from the tiny inside one, okay? So that's where those all came from. And we're gonna do a little ink blending because I want a little pink in this flower. So we're gonna grab our strawberry slush small blending brush. And I'm gonna ink up a little bit and make sure it's not too dark. And then I'm just gonna come inside here and add a little strawberry slush to those outline pieces, okay? The other 2 are not getting strawberry slush. They're getting, one's gonna get Blackberry Bliss, and one is gonna get Fresh Freesia. So let's get Blackberry Bliss. We'll bring this one over. And let me get my Blackberry Bliss blending brush. Come over here, and then I'm just gonna barely hang on to it, and I'm gonna try and get the dark color on all these little points here. So there's Blackberry Bliss. I love having the blending brushes. I have small ones in all the colors. I have a couple big ones with some of the colors from when I very first started before we had the small ones. But okay. So this one is Fresh Freesia, and it's quite a light color, so I'm not gonna blend anything off of it, but we're gonna add it here and just add a hint of Fresh Freesia on these, on this pretty pink, on this pretty white flower. I don't know if I showed you the Blackberry Bliss one after I finished it, but I will now. Hang on, I'll hold them all up. So you will add Blackberry Bliss to that one and Fresh Freesia to that one. All right, so now we're gonna assemble these. Let's get them out of the way. All right, so this flower is going to get this center and this middle. This flower is going to get this center and this middle, okay? This flower is gonna get this center and this middle, and then this flower is gonna get this center and this middle. So let's flip the middles over because we got to put glue on them. And we'll do all of them at the same time. Let's move these little baby flowers up so I can bring this up and make sure I'm in camera for you guys. Okay, I know I'm in camera there. All right, so let's add our glue to the back of all of these things. Grab our tweezer and start assembly. That one was a little heavy, but hopefully it won't ooze too much. Get over there. All right. Tweezer. Let's start with the first one I glued. So center, center. All right, that one's done. Center, center. Oh, one stick to my finger. Center. That one's done. Okay, this one's kind of, that one. This one has a lot of glue. I'm gonna wipe it on there. There we go. That one's done. And the last one is the blackberry. It's so pretty. This is my daughter's favorite color of Stampin' Up's colors. All right, so that's that. So let me clean up my mat. Although I probably will get more glue on it, but I'm gonna clean it with the same one I used for the ink. All right, so on to the next. This is very exciting. So now we're gonna start gluing everything onto our pieces. I'm gonna put that here. We're gonna start in this corner and we're gonna put one of these, actually two of them. So I'm just gonna use a very light hand. I'm not squeezing the glue. I'm just letting whatever comes out be dragged around. And then I'm gonna go up this side and I'm gonna grab my tweezer. And this one's gonna be angled this direction, like this, okay? Right on that piece. Let's do another one. These are so pretty. I love this, these leaves. I love how they're cut. They look really beautiful. All right, we'll grab that one. And this one's going to be glued in this direction. It's going to overlap slightly there, and it can be a little off because it's going to have something else in that place. I'm going to move that leaf kind of over, and there is that one. So pretty. Now we're going to add our strawberry slush. We only need in the center here. That's going to kind of go in between this leaf and this leaf and up high here. You're going to see a little bit of that. Okay. Come on, live there. All right. This is so fun. I enjoy this so much. Okay, and then we're going to flip these over. So once you have them assembled, it's just put them where you think they look good, right? So I'm going to start with the dark one and I'm going to put it kind of up here. And then I'm going to get this one and kind of tuck it a little under that leaf, like that. Press that down. All right, and then we're gonna add 3 babies. So I'm gonna turn them upside down as I bring them over. All right, tweezers to the rescue. One up here, one in this section, and one in this bottom corner here. So there's that. On to the next part. Ah, so exciting! And the other one's gonna go on this side. Let's get these ink pads out of the way. We don't need them right now. All right, so for this one, we're gonna do a leaf. Okay, and this one's going to be angled diagonally. It's by itself, so it needs to fill up this panel. Okay, we're going to add our flower over the top, our large one we blended, and we're going to put it kind of in this direction. Which way do I want this to go? I think maybe like this. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. Okay, right there. I want some of that leaf to show. All right, so there. So that's where that one goes. And then we're gonna add these 3 little guys to that side. These colors are so pretty together. Do you like the new Strawberry Slush? I love it. I'm a pink lover, so of course that had to be the first one I showed you guys, was Strawberry Slush. This one here. This one here. All right. So now these 2 panels, we're going to be putting Blackberry Bliss embossed with that beautiful embossing folder. And when I did this embossing folder, this time I put 1 on this panel so that I could get that one, and 1 on this piece here. So I just set them on the folder covering those 2 panels and ran them through together. And again, you want to put the indented side up, and we're going to put our adhesive. This color is just really beautiful with Strawberry Slush, and I haven't really used Blackberry Bliss all that much, but I have a feeling that I'm going to be using it a lot more now that we have Strawberry Slush, because it looks amazing with Strawberry Slush. All right, indented side up. I think I have to put the roller over that one. It looks like it's lifting in a corner, so I'll just do them both at the same time. Grab my little roller out of my drawer. All right, and so this one has a much smaller border around than the ones that were on the back panel. Let me get my roller. Roll this one, roll this one. All right, so now our little section's in place except for our hello, and we have this die. So I actually cut the die that has the line, okay? It cuts in 2 places. It cuts this size oval, and then it cuts you that little skinny line, which you can place on this larger oval. So there they are in the back, the one I used for my original card and the one from this one. You can see that they nest and they pull out from each other, which is a really cool thing. You have lots more options. So I'm gonna cut this in half long ways, and I'm gonna show you how to do that on my guillotine. So what I did was I pushed it across here to see where it fell. So it's just a 1/16 of an inch shy of 3 inches, okay? So half of 3 inches is 1.5. So I'm gonna bring it to the 1.5 mark. This is 1, 1.5. And I'm gonna let it float just a hair, but not quite a 1/16, just a hair past that 1.5 inch mark, because that's what I need to get them symmetrical, okay? So there's my 2. I'm putting them on top of each other. Oh, did I do a good job? Not really. What did I do wrong? I don't know, but we're gonna go with it. If yours is wrong, you'll get to see the one. My other one was perfect, so I don't know what I did wrong. I might have shifted. So we're gonna glue one of these to this panel here, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the way that this card attaches is it attaches on the inside. So we're going to glue this panel to this piece here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put I wanna make sure that that's butted up to that end. I have to think for a minute, guys. To this end. It goes to this end. Okay. I started second guessing myself for a second. Okay, so it's gonna go to this end, and you see how this corner meets here and this corner meets here? That's exactly what you wanna do. So let's actually glue these last. It's easier. So let's glue it to the card first. So when you glue it to your card, these are gonna come in because you don't want anybody to see them, okay? And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold this piece in, and you're gonna place this here. I made a mistake first. Sorry guys. I'm sorry that I'm like making all these what do you call it? Recalculating. John calls me the human GPS, so I'm not surprised that I'm recalculating. I just want to show you the easiest way. So I'm just going to put it like this for right now so it doesn't get glue on the other panels. This is our centerpiece, and we want to center it in this panel here. So what you want to do is put your piece down and just look and see how much you have on the top and the bottom and how much purple is showing on either side of that panel. And just do your best, you know, to get it centered. It doesn't have to be perfect, just eyeball it. And even when you have it down, you can move it a little bit. So I like to look from the side because to me, I can see better. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna see how far is that from there. It's a little closer on this side, so I'm just gonna shift it slightly to this direction, and that's good for me. So there's my center. You can also measure the center of this panel and then the center of this panel and line up your centers. You can do that. So now that this is set, this piece here that I put the glue on, okay, we're going to bring this piece over and glue it to that panel. Okay, so flat, completely flat. Same thing here. Okay, so you're going to bring this one in. Come on, glue. Hang in there. We only have a few more things to glue, okay? And we're going to bring this flat and glue it right to that panel, okay? And this is going to open. This goes to the inside. This goes to the outside. That's what you have so far. Now we're going to add these pieces in here, okay? So what you can do is you can flip this over. Now you have the perfect amount that you're going to put the glue on. That's why I decided to do it last so that you wouldn't have to guess where to put the glue. See, now it all makes sense why I recalculated. So I'm putting the glue there. I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to bring this over here, and I want this panel to touch corner to corner like that, and bring this right to the edge of your card, okay? That's where it needs to fit, right to the edge, so that when you close this, it meets right on that white line, okay? Same thing on this side. Flip it over, put your glue. Now you don't have to leave, you could leave it without this, you know, in the center. But I wanted to add that die because I thought it was really pretty. And like I said, it doesn't matter that it's not perfect. You know, life's not perfect, guys. It just isn't. So I'm going to place that there, and I'm just going to look. I'm going to try and make it a little more even. And then what you want to do is you want to bring this over and just make sure that they're even, that they line up, because you still have wiggle room. So if you need to slide it in or do what you need to do, you still have time. Okay, so even though this one is a little shorter on this side than this side, it still looks perfectly fine on our card. You can always just die cut another one if you make a mistake. It doesn't really matter to me that it's a little off, but that's what we have so far. So the very last thing that I'm gonna do is on this piece here, I'm gonna add some of these pretty Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. And there's also some white ones with a little gold shimmer in them. They're really pretty. All right, so let me get all this stuff out of my way. It's too much stuff here. I need to grab my Take Your Pick tool so I can get my gems off. All right. So I'm gonna do a small and a large one in this area. Oh, I forgot to put my hello. So we're gonna add that next. Let's put 2 dimensionals. One on this end and one on this end. Okay, side by side. We're gonna pull the backs off because a little bit of it is gonna stick off of our card, so we don't want it on the other end. So on the side that has the H, put 2 of them close together. And then we're gonna add this right here. And then you have plenty of support because this end here sticks off. It's hard to show you, but it sticks off right here. So when you put this in like this, all right, let's add our embellishments now. I couldn't add them until I had that. I think I'm gonna put these down here. one big one, one small one, one big one. And then I'm going to put a little one up here by the pink flower. Or, yeah, right here. All right. So sorry for all the recalculating. I can't help myself sometimes. I just want to make it a little bit easier for you to understand. And then I realize, oh, you shouldn't have said that yet. But it's live, so what can I do? Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed watching me create this card. It is such a pretty card, and it's definitely a wow. I love making fun folds, and I hope that this is a fun fold that you will try your hand at. Just open it up. Hello, thanks for being there. It's a really great card when you're going through a downtime. One of your friends comes and, you know, and helps you feel better. But anyway, what do you guys think of this card? Let me know in the chat. If you guys want to chat a little bit after the card making is done, we can talk for a little bit. I think it does cut us off at some point. I'm not exactly sure at what point. It will cut us off at some point, but we can talk until it does. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I hope that you loved this project with the suite from this Impressions Abloom Bundle suite. So it was the embossing folder, the bundle, the gems, the DSP, and then I added blooming phrases. The designer series paper is not up here, but you know that that's part of it. And I hope that you enjoyed this card. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in a little while on Thursday. Not too long. 8 p.m. Thursday. I will see you for another video. I will be using this same suite again, so I hope that you will come back and learn some more things to do with it. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Crew. Happy stamping.